Hello and welcome. This is Martin Ware, the Marketing Revolutionist. I just want to say, man, I'm so excited. I went to a conference this past weekend, a leadership conference, and there was just a lot of great things that were talked about by millionaires, multimillionaires. And I took a lot of notes. I got a whole notebook of just great notes, and I want to share them with you. I want to share them with you and just give back and hopefully you can relate to this. But one thing I want to talk about is the anatomy of an explosion. How do you know when an explosion is going to happen, right? When you really think and you're fighting every single day, and sometimes things don't happen our way, right? Would you agree? Right? We're humans and things just don't plan out sometimes the way we want them to. But when do we know an explosion is going to happen? I'm going to give you 5 principles, right, to look for when and how to ignite your explosion, basically. Okay, so number 1, make sure you write this down, is you got to have a high level of frustration, right? When you're frustrated and you're like, man, things are not going my way, I'm not making the money that I'm thinking I'm supposed to be making, or I'm not sponsoring people that I really should be sponsoring, or you're just frustrated, you're confused, you don't understand, you just got into this business and you're like, man, I've never ran a business before, right? Just like I did, I never ran a business before, right? 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I started, right? But now and you're just frustrated. I've been there. I've been in that situation, right? But this is, you gotta have a high level of frustration. When you're on the brink of frustration, or brink of quitting, that's exactly the time and moment where you need to keep fighting. You gotta keep fighting at that moment when your body's just ready to give up, right? You gotta fight. You gotta fight that urge, because that's exactly when an explosion is about to happen. Okay. Number 2 is you gotta have a unusual surge in leadership, in your attitude, right? An unusual surge in your attitude. You gotta be more excited, right, about life. If anything, if things are going horrible and you gotta pay your bills next week, well, hey, those bills are still gonna have to get paid, right? But you put either 2 things into your mind. You put negative thoughts or you put positive thoughts in your mind, and the outcome of those thoughts are going to be your results, okay? Because thoughts lead to feelings, right? Feelings lead to action, and action leads to results. If you have positive thoughts, right, it's all about your thought process. If you have positive thoughts, you're going to have positive feelings, right? And then those positive feelings are going to make you want to move, right? You're going to get up out of your chair and out of your couch from watching TV, right? From the income reducer, right? The income killer, right? And you're going to want to do something. You want to take action. So you got to have that. You got to have an unusual surge of attitude and leadership, okay? Number 3 is you got to have a big dream. Not only you got to have a big dream, right? Some of you can see my dream board. It's not that filled. It's not done yet, but you got to have a big dream. But not only that, right? The key to that, it's not just, oh, I want to have all these things and, okay, cut up pictures or draw stuff, right? If you're an artist. I'm not an artist, so I got to cut out of magazines, right? But it's about writing your dream down on a piece of paper, right? Because that just gives it that magical touch. Don't ask me why, right? These are secrets from multimillionaires, right? I'm just giving them to you. But when you write it down, now you have declared to the universe that those are your goals, those are your dreams, and you've told in your subconscious mind that this is what I want. And your subconscious mind is a follower, right? It will try to do and it will do anything you think of, right? If you think positive, it's going to try to give you positive results. Okay, so make sure you write down your goal. Just don't think, oh, I have it in my head. No. Stop it. Write your goals down. Believe me, guys. I was at a conference. Out of 5,000 people, there was only about 75 people there. And it was the top of the top. Right? I looked around. I was like, wow, I'm the youngest person here. Right? But it doesn't matter about age. right? It's a matter of how you apply these principles to your life. Okay? Number 4 is you got to have a mastermind alliance of key leaders. You got to have a mastermind team, right? You got to find somebody, whether it's me, whether it's somebody that you can relate to. If you can relate to me, well, make sure you find me, right? That my email's right there, right? My phone number, my cell number, you can call me up, right? I'm human. I answer my phone. I'm not just some guy behind a computer, right? You're seeing me right here, right? I'm just might be in another state, or I might be in another city. Who knows, right? Who knows where you're at? But give me a call and contact me, and I will help you out, right? If not, find somebody that you can relate to and that you believe in their mission and where they're going at, and if they can lead you, right? Because we all got to be followers at one point in time, right? A leader just doesn't become a leader. A leader must have been a follower and must have followed somebody beforehand, and then he became the leader. Okay, so you gotta have a mastermind team that you're going to be accountable to, you're going to compete with, and you're going to, when things get hard, you're going to go to them and they're going to come to you and you're going to help each other out. Just like any team in any sport, right? Championship teams work as a team. That's why they call it team, championship team, right? It's not championship unless you're in tennis maybe, or golf, but you really don't play on a team there. Right? If you're playing basketball, you're playing soccer, you're playing football, right? That's a team sport. A baseball, that's a team sport. Everybody has to do their job and everybody has to come together for one common goal. So you must align yourself with those type of people. Right? If you're not, then you must find somebody, right? And that's probably why you're watching this video, because you're attracted to what I have to offer in my mission, right? So if you're attracted to that, make sure you get at me. And the last one, number 5, and probably the most important when it comes to leadership, is you must have a daring action, right? A daring action and a bold move, right? Daring action. Entrepreneurs and leaders, right? We're entrepreneurs and leaders for a reason, because we're daring. We take risks, right? Life is a risk. Whether you don't know the outcome. Sometimes it's scary, and sometimes you don't know if you should go to Arizona, or you don't know if you should go to where your leaders are trying to send you, right? Or any, it doesn't matter. Those are just my experiences. That's what's coming to me. But it's scary. Making a bold move is sometimes scary, but whether you do it or not, you would never know the outcome unless you do it, right? But even if you fall down, you're going to be a little bit more smarter, right, than if you didn't try it at all. If you didn't try it at all, you would have never gained that knowledge, right? I don't think it's a failure. It's a lesson learned, because if you never failed, then you would have never learned that lesson. Now you're smarter. You're a little bit more wiser now. Now you're not going to do the same mistake. So you got to have that bold move. If you don't have that bold move, then action, right? The bold move is called action. If you don't have that action, then nothing's going to happen for you. You're going to still live the same life. You're still going to live in the mediocrity life that you're used to and you're comfortable with. That's why there's no action, because you're comfortable, right? You got to get uncomfortable, because you know, and this is a statement from one of the leaders that were on that stage, is if you're comfortable now, right, today, then you're going to be uncomfortable later. But if you're uncomfortable now, today, then you're going to be comfortable later while everybody else is uncomfortable. See, you got to do the opposite of what the masses are doing. Right? The masses are doing a certain thing. You got to do the opposite to get a different result, because if not, you're going to do the same. You're going to have the same result as the masses. It's just it's a law, right, of the universe. So if you don't like, right, if you're at a job right now, and you have a boss and you see his lifestyle and you don't like it, well, 5 years from now you're probably going to be in this position. So don't you think you should try to change some things now that you have time now, instead of 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Right? Make that bold move, guys. Those are 5 principles that you definitely need to have in your business, right? And that's the ignition of an explosion. Explosion, right? And take those principles, guys, whatever, and use them, utilize them, right? Utilize my time that I spent there, and it wasn't wasted. Believe me, it wasn't wasted. Because I took a lot of notes. You see these? Man, I got front and back notes. That's what you got to do. That's called leadership, right? I'm doing it first. I'm going to do it first leader. And you got to be a do it first leader as well. So make sure you get to big events. Even if they're qualified events, qualify for them. Fight. Compete. I love competition. Okay? It's just a driving factor. Right? Any leader loves competition. Right? Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Kobe Bryant. Why are they the best of the best? Because they love competition, and they outwork people, right? When they're sleeping, when the competition is sleeping, they're working, right? When the competition is eating, they're working. When the competition is having fun and watching movies and being out with their friends and having a good time, they're working, right? When you guys are probably just sitting at your desk right now, I'm working. Right? So should you. So should you guys. Nonetheless, check out my site, themarketingrevolutionist.com. And if you feel this is important to you, and you really want some more information, just put your name, email address, and your cell phone number, and I will definitely give you a call back, and we can make this happen. All right? Till then, you have an awesome day. God bless.